Hello friends, self-critical Automaton here, and the end is in sight. We've got only a couple of things left to do. And by that I mean 3 horrible ogre mans to kill. And then we can crawl through this tunnel and emerge, blinking into the watery sunlight. It's a moment of great catharsis, but it's not quite happened yet. So yeah, these guys are a pain to deal with, but I'm going to mostly take care of them with backstabs if I can draw them out one at a time, which should be fairly easy, because they're not smart. They're just not. Can I backstab? There we go. Note to self. Note to self? No. This is some medical advice for all you guys at home. Don't let someone put an enormous shard of metal into your anus. Like this. It's very bad for your intestinal health. And just generally quite unpleasant for everyone involved. Gonna be spending the next... Oh, you are fucking joking. You! You, I've had it with you. You're going down this time, okay? That's one down. That's 2 down! That's 3 down! And now I'm finally free! I'm free! I can get out of this horrible place. I did it. Try eliminating one at a time. Weakness back. Weakness rolling. Be wary of poison. Look. Look! Grass! It's grass! It's sunlight! It's kind of grim out here as well, but at least it's not the fucking horrible underground place anymore. So... yeah. This... wow, okay. There's a bunch of stuff in the Valley of Drakes here that we're going to do, but I'm just going to show you this first. This is the key we picked up at the top of the thing. If you start the game with the master key... remember this? Remember New Londo, the horrible underground place? But the grand, haunted mansion of a horrible underground place rather than the disgusting filth pool underground place? Yeah. So, if you start with the master key, one of the many locks that will let you open is the one we just... No. No! I fucking had it now, okay? That's it. So, as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted by what can only be described as my own what can only be described as my own arrogance, I guess. I was going to say stupidity, and I was going to say something else, but... So, yeah, you might recognise as, you know, this is the elevator that leads up to Firelink Shrine. That I have, you know, extolled the virtues of before. So, if you have the master key, you can nip down this elevator, go in through the shortcut into the Valley of the Drakes, and then enter the enter Blighttown by the elevator exit, go down the elevator and run straight into fight Quelag. It's a massive shortcut, and it lets you skip. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, what's happened here? Oh no. The Firekeeper's gone. And so is Lautrec. I told you we should have killed him. I told you we should have killed him. Anyway, so if you nip down the back that way, and of course since the Firekeeper's dead, the bonfire is out. Which implies, incidentally, that there is a difference between bonfires kept by firekeepers and bonfires that you find just in the world. However, that may be something to do with the linking of the fire, which we'll find out about later. Yeah, so, doing the thing that I was just talking about doing, that lets you skip pretty much the entire, pretty much the entirety of Blighttown.
Did you ring the second bell?
Yep.
That is incredible, I must say. Now we have a new problem. It's
We?
noisy, it snores, and its breath is lethal. This
Whoa,
is
hold
no
up, man. When did
laughing
we
matter,
become a we? I mean, last time I checked, you were telling me that I shouldn't bother doing anything because everything is futile. So, you know, don't you dare try and ride on the coattails of my bell-ringing victories. I wonder what on earth he was talking about. It's huge, it smells, its breath is lethal. Oh my god! Yeah, this is Framped. He's a moustache snake. He's also one of the single most unnerving pieces of visual design in this game. I mean, fucking hell, he's got people teeth, no lips, bloodshot orange eyes, and a moustache that's made out of meat, and he's also a snake with a people nose. This is just fucking weird, okay?
Ah, hello. Was it you who rang the bell of awakening?
He does have a nice
I am
voice,
the
though, I'll give him that.
primordial serpent, King Seeker Framped, close friend of the great Lord Gwyn.
Good for you.
Chosen undead, who has rung the bell of awakening.
There were two of them, weren't there?
To elucidate your fate. Do you seek such enlightenment?
I'll elucidate your face now. Okay.
Very well. Then I am pleased to share. Chosen undead, your fate is to succeed the great Lord Gwyn, so that you may link the fire, cast away the dark, and undo the curse of the undead.
Well, that all sounds very
this
grand and
end,
noble.
You must visit Anor Londo and acquire the Lord Vessel.
Okay, great. I'll go do that then. So, at this point, there's a couple of different things that we could do. The most obvious thing is to go up to Sen's Fortress, which we saw opened up when the second bell was rung. We could also go do the Great Hollow. We could go to the Undead Asylum, or we could go to the Catacombs. We can't do the second half of the Catacombs, the Tomb of Giants, but we can do the first half of the Catacombs, and the boss of the Catacombs drops some really useful items. So that's what I would normally have done already in this game, but I was originally trying to play through it as someone might play through the first time they play the game. Regardless, time to go see Andre, so that if I die, I don't have to climb through the fucking sewers all over again. Fight those 3 fucking ogres again. Incidentally, in case you're wondering how I got rid of the ogres the most recent time, yeah, I just set them on fire. I kind of remembered that I have pyromancy, and it's not especially effective against those guys, but it's still more damaging than my sword, which I referred to as a scimitar last week. It's not the scimitar, this is the falchion. Yeah, so that's a brick wall. There we go. So I'm pretty impatient now, having just, you know, the last 3 episodes been so faily. So I tell you what I'm gonna do. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run in here, use the bonfire, talk to Andre, and did I aggro that guy? No. Then I'm gonna run back down to the Valley of Drakes and show you a few secrets that are hidden there. Well, they're not that secret, but yeah. So, I leveled up a couple of times at Andre's bonfire, and I had him upgrade my my stabby stick, the old falchion, up to +5, and ditto the spider shield. So, I'm just going to check in with Laurentius before we go to the Valley of Drakes.
Oh, hello there. I'm pleased to see you safe, as always. If you provide the materials, I can teach you pyromancy.
So,
My teacher, whom I imagine still resides in the Great Swamp, had a funny way of putting it. He said that pyromancy is the ultimate fantasy. We are born into dark and warmed by fire, but this fire we cannot touch. Those whose fascination with fire persists learn to hold it in their own hand. He rather had a way with words, the old withering frog.
I really like Laurentius. I like how he's written, and I really like how he's acted. Really nice voice acting. I don't have enough money for him to level up my stuff though, so yeah. So here we are back in the Valley of Drakes. Now, the thing about choosing where to go next, as I've said, Anor Londo via Sen's Fortress is the most obvious route, but we could get some good items if we go take care of the catacombs first. However, the thing about the catacombs is it's full of skeletons that keep getting resurrected by necromancers. If you have a divine weapon, you can kill the skeletons permanently, or at least permanently until you resurrect at a bonfire, and the necromancers themselves don't come back at all, though they're like the blowgunners. So yeah, this gross thing is an undead dragon, or it's a zombie dragon or something like that. It's really not that difficult to fight, but its attacks only go right in front of it, so I'm just going to stand here and shoot arrows at it until it dies. I've got plenty of arrows, and I've got plenty of time. I'll cut back in a minute. And it's down. Oh, not quite. And it's down. Horrible bloody thing. I know I should really have fought it, you know, properly, hand to hand. But, this is my LP and I do what I want. I should get good. I should, stop being such a scrub. But, yeah. So, there's one last item I want to get, but I'm probably not going to actually go get it right now, because you see that? That, my friends, is a blue drake. They are pretty tough. Whoops, I forgot I moved all the things off this list. Where's my binoculars gone? There they are, good old Nox. So, take a look-see. That is a blue drake, it's hard to fight, and it's quite resistant to all of my attacks at the moment. I'm not really tough enough to take them on. I could, but it would take a long time. There is a little nook over there with a humanity in it. There is a rear entrance to, if I remember correctly, the Darkroot Garden, or the Darkroot Basin, rather, over there. There's another one, and then there's 4 of them over there. There's a ladder, which leads up to an item on... You can't quite see it from here, but there's an item over there, which is the red Tearstone ring, counterpart to the blue Tearstone ring, and the items on the bridge is the starting equipment of the... Whoopsie daisy. Is the starting equipment of the... Ah, there we go. Is the starting equipment of the bandit class. There we go, okay. Now, one of the reasons I came over here to get the items in front of the undead dragon are, is that, that sword that was... Well, it didn't drop it, but it was in front of it. The Astora straight sword. This thing is, you need 14 strength, 14 faith to wield it properly, but its main benefit is that it is, divine. It does 120 bonus divine damage, but the real bonus of a divine weapon is that necromancers can't resurrect skeletons killed by a divine weapon. There's 2 easy options for a divine weapon if you want to do the catacombs early. This is one of them. The other one is to go to Anor Londo, go to Sen's Fortress. In Sen's Fortress there is an item you can get which is a Spear of Lightning. And if you find that, you can have Andre downgrade it to a mere +10 spear and then re-upgrade it into the divine path, making it a divine spear. If you do that, you get a pretty decent divine weapon. Obviously, you can't do that if you... Basically, the catacombs is pretty easy if you know what you're doing, and it can absolutely be one of the first places you go in the game. But if you don't have a divine weapon, that's not really viable, which is why a lot of people... you know, take the back door down to Quelaag and get the Astora straight sword and then go fight skeletons. But yeah, so I think... do I want to go to the catacombs or do I want to go to Sen's Fortress? I'm not sure. Tell you what, I'll decide for next time. It's been a pleasure. Bye! Is it just me, or have I been killed more times by the environment than by actual monsters and enemies? It's fucking ridiculous.